My name's Amanda Markey. I own and operate Amanda Markey Photography, which is a luxury boudoir photography studio in Bedford. Lisa found me actually on Facebook through our business, as I do a lot of collaboration with other women business owners. I am here because I had a birthday 2 days ago and I'm feeling the effects of being in my 50s. I have never reached out to anybody about it before. I have felt that I would not know the right questions to ask in regards to, do I want filler? Do I want Botox? What do I want? And when Lisa and I met, we vibed instantly, and I felt very comfortable talking to her about what is offered here and being able to consult so I understood the differences. Out of today's visit, if we can shave about 20 years off, that'd be great. No. Honestly, I would like to see less of the age wrinkles and perhaps the bags under my eyes. I would like to be able to feel better about myself. So the changes or the improvements that I would like to see is I have a lovely crow's feet. I've got some nice bags under my eyes. Eventually, I want to talk about my neck. And then I also have some, lines around my mouth and just kind of feel like I look like I'm 52. Yeah, look at all that.
All right, so we're here with Amanda. Our main plan today is to do a consultation about facial rejuvenation primarily, and also to do some wrinkle relaxers, some tox, or what's commonly referred to as Botox. Although today we'll be using a brand called Daxxify. Have you heard of this one at all?
I have not.
This is the one that came out on the market late last year. It is one that for many patients lasts 6 to 9 months instead of 3 months. It's made with a very special peptide, which helps it to bind really strongly and stay on really long. So basically it extends the life of the results. So it's becoming quite popular for that reason, very convenient. So we'll be using that one. So when we lose, as we age, we get a little bit of this indentation here, and it just affects how light shadows, as you know, as a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice sometimes with filler to actually bump that out and get it to look like a smoother curve. And then also as we lose volume behind the eyes, we get that shadowing, which makes the upper face look a little bit older.
Okay.
So we can actually use filler to bump that out a little bit, and then the upper face looks more youthful. So we can talk about that. For the tox, that tox is very different than filler. Tox actually relaxes muscle. It doesn't fill lines. And so there are 3 common areas for that. The first one is between your brows. So you've developed over time, because of the action of this muscle, that deeper central line. Some people develop a double line. We call it the angry 11s, but you've got more of that central line. So that's the action of this group of 3 muscles coming together. So we'll tox that today so that that muscle relaxes and you get a little lift there. The thing to understand about that is that the line's not going to fill in. It's not going to be suddenly gone, because it's actually like, think of it like a dent in the skin or a dent in the collagen, and the tox isn't filling anything.
Mm-hmm.
But if you keep up with the tox over time, it will get softer and softer, and it will eventually, iron out, if you will. If you're consistent about it. If when the tox wears off, you get it done again.
Mm-hmm.
Second most common area for tox is around your eyes, and that can help you in a couple of ways. So if you look when you smile, that orbicularis muscle kind of purse strings things around. And so we use the tox to relax that purse stringing, and also because this part of that muscle pulls your brow down, when we relax it with tox, you get a little bit of a lift.
Okay.
Which is nice. The other thing that happens when you smile big, you do bunch up a little bit here, and we can put a few units there to get that muscle to lay a little flatter.
Okay.
So that's a nice little trick with tox as well. And then I think the last thing we'll do is I'll do a little bit along your jawline. There's a tox technique called the Nefertiti lift. And what that means is there's a platysmal muscles. If you've ever seen like an anatomy text, there's this big band of muscle that comes up from the neck and hooks onto the jaw, and its job is to pull down. And if we relax that muscle, you can actually get a little temporary lift and definition in the jawline. So it's not the same as doing a full skin tightening procedure, but it's something that can, for a few months, get you looking a little more lifted, a little bit less jowly, if you will. So it's a fun trick.
Yes,
So,
I need that.
Yeah. So usually with talks, there's really no downtime. It won't work instantly, but you'll notice with the Daxxify especially, even tomorrow, it's starting to work. Ideally, your eyes will look more open, your brows will look more lifted, and this will look a little softer. The third area in the upper face that I'm not really going to do with you is the forehead. And so although you have forehead lines, you also have some heaviness in the skin over the eyes. And the forehead is the only thing actually lifting your brows.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to relax your forehead with talks because of your lids, it would be likely that they would get worse and kind of rest on your lashes, especially for a handful of weeks. So we want to try to avoid that. You do something different for the forehead lines.
Okay.
Like skin tightening procedure, skin smoothing procedure. Sometimes we even do filler in the lines itself.
So here I am. I am back again about 3 to 4 days after the procedures I had at Renew MediSpa in Derry with Dr. Lisa. And I will just tell you, this is one of the most amazing experiences I have ever had. When I arrived at the spa, I felt very appreciated and welcomed. She did the fillers on my temples, and she also did the Botox above my eyebrows, under my eyes, some jawline, and my lip. And it was amazing. It was very comfortable, and I am thrilled with the results. The lip flip that Dr. Lisa did on my upper lip has really, I've noticed the appearance of my top lip looking bigger and more sultry. I highly recommend Dr. Lisa and the Renew MediSpa. Obviously, in my business, I'm here to promote self-empowerment for women, build confidence, things like that. And this actually really built my own confidence. I couldn't say anything better, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'll be back.